Hey everybody, it's time for some Dead Linger. This is build 13A because we had a hotfix that came in yesterday, and so I played around with the hotfix a little bit. So here I am at my my base. I don't think I showed you all this because I think I was just playing the build. So I stockpiled up some items here. I see the zombies are coming. Let me grab my fun rifle. I think that's the ammo for it. But yeah, some issues here. Let me kill some zombies real quick, then we'll talk issues. I think he's dead. Did I see one coming? No. Over here, there's another one. So just some things. Build 13A was going to fix a lot of the duplication errors that we were seeing, which we'll talk about in a second. Let's see, concentration. Take that, zombie. Oh, I missed. Take that, zombie. Let's make sure we're mostly safe. Well, I'm not blaming game mechanics. That's purely me and my poor aiming. Okay, so what I did, because I really like these farmhouses and the barns, is I came in and one thing I did was I knocked down all the bales of hay. I knocked them all out. And after running around and coming back, my bales of hay came back. So either they duplicated back up here, because see what I did to knock them down was you take an item and then you can push it against your bale of hay and you throw it out. So I took a bunch of time here knocking out all these bales of hay just so I could say, you know, like this corner's for ammo and this corner will be for food. So I did this just to show you how I clear it out, because some of the bales of hay don't actually pick up. Alright, let me see here. Yeah, see, some of these bales of hay you can't pick up, nor can you push them. But yet some of them, if you go down on the ground, they'll pick up. Okay, so that was one thing I noticed. Like, it doesn't quite memorize still what you've done. Okay, so now let's hop on down here. And I'm curious to see how some of my barricading has made out. I had another piece of wood coming across here, so one of my pieces has disappeared. This seems okay. I know I did put 3 pieces of plywood, but I actually see there are duplicating pieces of plywood and wood and some other stuff, and some that duplicated and just fell down. I see that some of my barricading has fallen down. And yeah, this is not how I left it. I wish, you know, I had taken a picture of how I had it barricaded before I went to bed, just so I could come back and compare or have you guys see. Barricading is still very much broken. I want to say it's better. I honestly, in good faith, cannot say that it's better. Yeah, I thought it was a duplicate. You know, my thought was because of the big item duplication problem they had, that was causing the big exploding bales of hay. When items duplicate, it makes them fall down. Well, they said they fixed a lot of the duplicating stuff. I don't really see that a whole lot either. I mean, I would say that maybe duplicating is less than it has been before. I'm probably actually going to have to take time to go get food. But like this 22 ammo seems to have just had a lot of babies. In fact, I seem to be missing some ammunition here for my... Oh, no. It loaded up into 1 magazine. How much ammo do I got? A little bit. Okay, so what we're going to do here is drop. Move these matches. Gonna go to town, and this magazine's got empty. Oh, I used it up. So, shooting, I just, which rifle to take with me? I'm going to take one of these and a bunch of 22. This basic hunting rifle actually really is good. It really, really is. It's surprisingly well. And the boxes have lots of shells. Single shot, hit a zombie in the head, boom, they're dead. So it's phenomenally good at zombie killing. The only problem is it's one at a time and you gotta zoom in kind of close to hit. So it's not a good up close weapon. What do I have in the melee? That's the basic axe. Alright, so last night what I did was I ran off in the distance there towards the prison, which was terrible because the prison spawned in the air and I could actually walk under the buildings of the prison. So that was bad only from the sense of I couldn't explore all the buildings because some of them were too high in the air for me to access the door, but they weren't high enough in the air for me to walk completely under. So it was not a very good trip. Yeah, it was kind of a disappointing foray out into the prison. So that sucked. But at first I thought that would have been awesome because the farm is like right near the prison, near a bunch of towns. It seemed like an optimal place to set up shop. So now let's talk about some other cool things about Build 13A. They have a new sky system. Now, to be quite honest, I did not spend a lot of time looking at the sky, so I hate to say it, I'm not quite sure what's different. I do like it though. I mean, if I'm looking at the sky for what it is right now, I mean, I see these nice light wispy clouds. You know, it looks pretty good. I don't see heavy clouds. They did say more weather effects will be coming back, so I think they might have taken out rain, taken out rain, just for the current build. But they said from their testing that this new sky system does give better frame rate. Well, my frame rate has actually been pretty good, so I can't tell you if the sky has made my frame rate any better because I still get the occasional hiccup here on frame rate. But it is not bad. I am not going to complain about the sky system that they have. Let's see. I'm trying to think what else. They mentioned quite a few little bug fixes that 13A. I think 13A though was really geared towards working on duplicating bug errors, which I was hoping would in turn, oh, hello, which would in turn help with, oh, hold on, I have a thought coming. Oh, come on, Eddie. What? That's reload. Oh, I can't reload while running. Okay, so like I was saying. Oh yeah, see. There's duplicating chairs. So we still got lots of duplicating problems. Now the good news is, because I like to check the tweets, and we'll talk about this when we do tomorrow's Friday tweet roundup. The build 14 has already commenced. And Richard Keene posted one of the big things is he's working on, I guess, the way items are generated. And that's probably where the duplication is coming. The way that their databases somehow... I don't think I got a shotgun back at the base. But I guess it's the way that the database generates spawned equipment or something. You know, I don't program. But I think it was a way of saying I'm working on this duplication problem. Which would be nice. Because the duplication problem... I'm okay if it duplicates food and stuff like that. Nope. But man, when we're talking about something like, I guess I can't shoot the door. But when we're going to talk about something like furniture, you know, that just looks crazy when you see furniture all stacked up on top of each other. Well, he's busy. So yeah, duplication's still an issue. That's a good orange, take it. What else is... Oh, and then I mentioned the barricading. Yeah, barricading. It's just a shame. They've put so much work into trying to fix these different elements, and they're still giving them problems. You know, I know that's exactly what an alpha is for. You know, identify these problems so we can fix them. Oh, shoot, I'm terrible. Oh, come on. You know, and I know obviously they want to have barricading fixed as much as the next person. You know, so you can't fault them for working it. They certainly are trying to fix things, as evidenced by their patch and then the hot patch fixed notes and stuff. They genuinely do care about the game. But they have technically moved on now. Nice bicycle helmet, 9mm. Take that. But they have moved on officially to start working on build 14. So I'm hoping maybe with build 14 as a byproduct, some of these things will get further refined and fixed. I mean, of course, that's always their hope. Oh. Oh, but anyway. So build 13A, they fixed the sky. They fixed the sky at least. The one thing though is my saved game did not save, so I actually had to start a new game. You know, that's all right though. I don't mind. I'm used to starting over. It doesn't even bother me. In fact, I think that sometimes is the funnest part, starting with nothing and then, you know, running out into the world to find that first backpack or that, you know, first bit of food so you don't starve while you're trying to find the next cool thing. I think those are the pants, riot pants. So I don't mind starting over at all. Let's see. I have the hardest time with these doors. Now, what would be interesting, I don't know too much about software and programming, but I read somewhere on one of the forums it mentioned that Unity version 5 is coming out. And I don't know how much different that would be from, say, you know, version 4. But they said they would move over to the Unity 5 as soon as it would make sense to. You know, I don't anticipate them, you know, just, oh, 5 is out, let's just hop over to that. In my experience with other types of things, for instance, when, wow, I can't interact with that door. Like when a new version of Windows comes out, oh, because there's a tree in the way. My company is one of the last companies to upgrade to a new version of Windows because it's a nightmare to just say, oh yeah, here's a new version of whatever, we're going to use it. You know, you think we have compatibility issues and problems now. It's really hard to say what would or would not be broken with Unity 5. They're probably going to spend a lot of time trying to get the current stuff working in this current build of Unity before they really start thinking about, yeah, let's move up to a new one. You know, I could have sworn I hit the reload button. Ooh. Chicken. Duct tape. I haven't found out what I can do with duct tape yet, but I bet it's going to be awesome. It's starting to get dark. What if I come out here for, oh, food? On the off chance that certain things no longer duplicate, I do have to make an occasional food run to stock up my little farmhouse. So that's what I'm doing right now, making a run. I think they said in 13.8 it made some changes, improvements to the refresh as well. The world refresh, like it doesn't show the upside down sign when you do a world refresh. I think they said they improved that a little bit. So we'll see here. I don't think I've traveled far enough. And flashlight on. Let you guys see a little bit. I did read on a forum though, in the bug forum, somebody said that the day-night cycles are a lot shorter, or at least the day cycle shorter, and that the night cycle feels longer. And I think the response that I read made sense, but the response I read said that The day-night cycles weren't changed. They should still be the same length. Hello, door. But possibly what's happened is because of the new rendering engine for the sky, it might just be an effect of the lighting. So the day-night cycle should be the same. It could just simply be how we are perceiving it. Oh, hello. I heard that. Oh, let's find some good gear. I was really hoping to find some ammunition. Oh! Oh, are you kidding? Okay, see, this is what I would call a bug. So he's stuck in his door crashing mode. No door. Oh, I was going to say, but it won't let me shoot him through the open door. Okay, so it's just a bug that he was stuck in the door open mode. Hello. Can I open this one? Come on, door. Stop arguing. Alright. I have the worst time trying to remember to reload. Reload. I can't reload while I'm running. Alright. Reload. And now I can move. I think back that way is my farmhouse. I'm going to hit a couple more places. I would like to find the fireman axe. That's what I would like. And it is getting dark. You guys cannot see a thing. Which is always terrible because, you know, I've got limited battery power. Let's go upstairs first. Let's go straight upstairs. Pistola. Pet rock. Shotgun ammo. Oh, that's a small backpack. Nice. I don't think I've seen that style of backpack before, but I'm good right now. Television. Food. How are we doing on space? I got more room. Now, one thing I mentioned on my video. Oh, look, the dogs. Crap, here they come. Yeah, one thing I mentioned on the video, somebody watched when I was trying to carry my furniture. What they thought, they noticed, was it wasn't that it disappeared when you zoned. In one of the bug forums I read, oh, you can't see a thing. It's like pitch black for you, isn't it? And my guy's hungry. But what they said was, like, they were carrying something, it disappeared, and then they noticed that there was an error message that said something about the asset timed out. Like, while carrying it, timer expired or something. So I'm thinking that perhaps it's just how long you try and carry something. So maybe if you carry it for, or drag it for a few seconds, stop dragging it, and then pick it up again and continue dragging it, that maybe, oh, 2 different size pictures. Nice. Oh, I don't think I've seen that one before. So I'm just wondering if maybe if I carry it for a bit and then set it down. Okay, I'm turning the light out in between houses here. Sorry about the darkness, guys. I know that's like pitch black for you. But I'm wondering if I can just pick it up, put it down. Hello, gentlemen. Yeah, I don't think we're going to worry about that house. Okay, running. Stealth mode here. Yeah, so just carry it, drop it, pick it up, drag it some more, pick it back up, put it down. I mean, I wonder if you can cheat the system a little bit. I've already been through there, I think. Alright, well, we got some food. I'm going to leave this flashlight on, and we're going to head back to the farm and drop some stuff off. So, build 13A, like I said, they mentioned it brought some changes. I have not seen the hay bales duplicating on a scale of the skyrockets and all that stuff, but I do think some items are duplicating still. Barricading does not seem to be much improved. You know, it's just hard to say what's different. I don't know. The problems, the big problems, are still there from build 12, but what build 13A did bring with it, just the build 13A, just accumulative up to this point, is a lot of stability. You know what? I got the flashlight on, and you still cannot very well see much. Let's point you at the road. At least you can see the road before my flashlight goes out. You know, it's just kind of, I'm not going to say disappointing. You know, the thing is with game developers, you're darned if you do, you're darned if you don't. They implemented a bunch of coding that worked for them, and they were happy with the results, and they put it out there for us to play with and enjoy. And on my side, at least, a lot of the issues that I had before are still here. But the good thing is, I want to go out and say though, is frame rate has increased tremendously. World refresh, I'm not even worried about anymore. If it does break, you know, if I do have a problem with world refresh, that's going to be an off thing, because I have not had any problems with the world refresh yet. Items still duplicate, but I don't think it's as much as it has been in the past. They're currently addressing that in build 14. Like I mentioned earlier, there was a tweet where he actually said, I can't quote it, we'll quote it tomorrow, but my guess is they're definitely trying to work on the way that the game calls in those different resources. So duplicating might be fixed even more so in the next build. Okay, so I'm here at this. Yeah, that's mine. This is mine. I noticed that there was no lumber there, and I had some lumber across here, but that's gone. And remember, I was here earlier and I had a whole bunch of wood all lined up there. That's now gone and fallen. Yeah, I don't know, that's about the same. Yeah, that's missing. So honestly, sadly, barricading still has issues. Now I'm going to come up here. Oh look, hello, piece of wood. I'm not sure where you came from. Mine. We're going to put it up here. Since I've left and come back, let's see what kind of state the barn is in. Okay, so some of that little bales of hay I knocked out here are still gone. They didn't come back. You know, take a snapshot, and then we'll see. We'll come back and see what duplicates. I'm going to unload. That way when I decide to go out again, I can have an empty bag. So I'm not unhappy. The game performs better. It's going to give me a chance to definitely play a lot more and not worry about crashing and starting over all the time. I'm going to have to go on the wiki and see if they've actually put anything for duct tape yet. Battery is dying. I'll say this though, it feels like the battery lasts a lot longer than it has before. And if I'm not mistaken, I think these icons are new. I don't think I looked at that before. I think they've got better icons, but you definitely have much better tooltips. And this is cool too. I think we mentioned how some of these items have stats, but we never really talked about how they affect things. So here's your movement stat or speed. Here's defense. And now you can see riot pants give +4 defense, -3 movement speed. And you can actually see my defense has gone up and movement has come down a little bit. So like if I do unequip, look at that. You can actually see the stats change. So at least if for nothing else, movement and speed are actually affected for those who are curious. So let's see if we do. Oh, increases infection risk. Oh, I got a contaminated riot vest. I should have looked at that. No, I don't want to wear the contaminated riot vest. So we'll unequip that. And we're going to drop that for sure. But you can see how my stats do get affected by certain pieces of equipment. So that's cool. Nice. I'm going to pick up that riot vest because I swear, maybe it's... Yeah, that doesn't work. I just remember somebody saying in the bug forum, maybe it was when they did a multiplayer. Here, I'm going to throw this out the window. I don't need it. But they said when you drop an item and pick it back up, the stats change. But that might have been what they said in a multiplayer. There, drop the vest way down there. I don't need that. Okay, so here's my stash of stuff. I think we're good for the day. We ran out, made a haul. I got a little bit of food. I wanted to make... Here's a makeshift table. Come on, food. Store food over here. We'll make this corner at some point the armory. One thing that's still in the game is if you leave and come back, all your stats refresh. So if you left hungry, you come back, you won't be hungry anymore. If you leave when you have a bunch of infection and come back, you won't have any more infection. So that right now is something they could probably work on at some point. We'll pick up the salt here. Salt. I think that's all I got for food items. Hello, pistol. I should probably carry the pistol with me. I don't know what kind of ammo it takes. I've been leaving behind pistol ammo. Alright, let's go drop the salt over here. Ooh, and we'll drop the orange. Oh, it all stacks up so nice. Let's put you on the table. No. Keep it up off the floor a little bit. Don't want the mice getting into it. Alright, so we've got our pantry going. And we have a little armory going. And then someday... Oh, here comes the sun. Da, 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 da. So that was 26 minutes. So it looks like we're hitting about... You know, if I waited out the whole time, maybe 15 minutes for day-night. I could be off. I'm not quite sure at what time of day I popped into the game to start recording for you guys, so I don't know how much. I didn't track it. But 15 minutes seems kind of long. I don't think the day-night cycles are on 15 minutes. Maybe around 13, 15. I don't think it's a full 15 minutes, though. Flashlight off. But, oops. I didn't look to see. Where's the sun coming up over here somewhere? Let's have a nice little sunrise. There it is. And there's your dead Linger sunrise. It's not bad. Oh. What have we here? Oh, you know, these two silos, look how close they are together. Oh, this could be awesome. I haven't checked it out yet. Let's come up here. I haven't felt comfortable with the barricading system still to where I want to decorate the inside of the silos to where there are floors. I know one time I was looking at it and I was trying to drag a plywood sheet up to the top of the silo, but it wouldn't fit up that little stair thing, and I realized, oh, I don't have to do that. I'll just carry the 2x4s in. Oh, shoot. See what happened here? They're mushed up too close together. Oh, don't do that. Oh, I'm gonna die trying to get to this other silo. Yeah, what I need to do is bring some wood up here. And that way I can make some kind of ladder. Just so I can climb to the other side of the silo. Because there's a ladder on the other side of the silo. So like if I got stuck and there was all these zombies, I could just simply take the other ladder down on the other side of the silo and escape. I don't know, I like my barn. So let's come down here. We'll shoot. Is he coming? Oh, look at that. Huh. He sure didn't come this way. Oh, that was something. Speaking of, as I go back to my logout spot, some folks had mentioned that there might be some problems with the zombie AI, which, you know, we've always talked about the zombie AI. But this particular post mentioned that they saw a herd that broke apart, like it lost who the leader was, and it just started running around randomly, even though the guy like ran up to the herd. And then when he shot his rifle, they paid attention to them. So yeah, they still got zombie stuff to go on. But what's cool is sometimes you can. Oh, I think he's on to me now. Is he coming this way? I can't tell. I was going to say there's nothing wrong with his intelligence. He can still spot me from a field away. That's the only thing I don't like about the zombies. I think that they just detect us way too easily. Oh, nope, he's walking away. He didn't detect me. I swear, sometimes it feels like those guys still have super sense and they just see you and they're on to you. Other times it just feels like, I don't know. I just feel like they just detect me no matter what I do. But this guy actually seems to be walking away. He's randomly walking. Okay, cool. Well, let's end it there. We've got some food. We got, what happened to those textures? Oh, they sunk in. We got some food. We got some ammunition. So we'll check back tomorrow and we'll see if the food is duplicated or if the ammo is duped or whatever. We've now extensively looked at my barricades and we'll see how they turn out tomorrow. You know, and just in case there's any question, if you're barricading and your barricades are holding, then you're doing something right, because my barricades are falling. And I'm not trying to troll. That's like the thing I complain about every single episode is the barricades. I know people get tired of hearing me say it, but one thing I just want to make clear, I am not going around and pulling down pieces of wood and then putting them up to fake that there's a problem with barricading. No one has accused me of it yet, because I think people still on their own experience problems with barricading. It's just that for me, I don't know why, but to me that's such a big selling point of the game that it needs to be fixed. They're working on it. I understand we're in alpha, but they've given us a couple patches where they said that that was potentially fixed, and it's not. And I'm not trying to harp on them. I just want them to know that, you know, still got a little bit of work to do on it, but they are trying. Anyhow, enough of that. That's enough of me griping. So thanks for watching. We'll put another one up tomorrow. We're leading into the weekend. Give a couple days of break for me, and then we'll start again on Monday and see what kind of trouble we can get into. All right, everybody. See you tomorrow. Bye.